Hey, folks. Hey, Tommy in
Hey
the
guys,
house.
how you guys doing?
So, so listen, folks. Today we are having our Energy Body Reset live, and we are going to help everybody reset today. And it's going to be really exciting. So make sure that you share this video. It's YouTube friendly. It's on Rumble and YouTube right now live, and of course we are bringing it into the community. Um, Sister Honey, I want to hand this over to you, and let's just do a little grounding before we get started in this live today.
Yeah, it's real. The energies have been really crazy, you guys, and you can see it reflected in the outside world, but also we've been feeling too much energy. So let's do two things. I want you to think about your feet right now, and we're going to start with our feet. And I want you to think about what a tree root looks like, what roots of a large plant look like. And you're going to grow energetic roots from the soles of your feet all the way down into the ground. So, through whatever surface your feet are on, through your shoes, through all of that, and take a nice deep breath and just keep growing them until you're deep in the earth. Okay, so feel that. Feel the cold, moist earth on those roots. And just draw up those negative ions, the calm. Okay, now I want you to think about your energetic field, which is a big toroidal field, like a big fat donut. Okay, so we're going to get rid of any energy that is not yours. So I want you to think about those roots. I want you to pull energy up from the ground into your body and out and around. And as it goes around, you're going to knock off any cords, any energetic cords that are attached to you. So let's do that again. So go breathe in, send that energy up and around, cut all the cords, and then go back down into the roots. And let's do it one more time. Breathe in, send all that energy out the top of your head, cut all the cords, and then just land back in your feet. And I want you now to instantly solidify that energetic field. Just go, solid. Okay. And I want you to turn it to silver. Silver is very popular, but it also keeps cords off of you. So if someone tries to attach a cord, it's going to go right back to them. It's like a mirror. And then take a nice deep breath and just kind of feel how that feels. And you can do that whenever you need to. Okay.
And honey, just for some of the people out there that might not know what we just took place, and it's kind of like a visualization exercise, right, honey?
Yeah, and a grounding exercise. So, if you guys want to get grounded, you go and you stand outside on the dirt. So you're doing it virtually. And when we're done here, you can go ahead and retract those roots and feel that grounded energy. But also, there's what's called quantum entanglement. And people, they have a thought about you and they send out a cord. They're mad at you, or they're just mad at the world, but they think of your face and they send out a cord. They think they need something from you and they send out a cord. And it gets exhausting because they're pulling energy away all the time.
The quantum entanglement is where two particles can entangle at one time and behave exactly the same way across light years. So you got to be careful what you allow to entangle quantumly in your energetic field.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. That's a big thing. I was sorry, I was a little working. I forgot to put the link for everybody in the community in the video. So Again, hey, we're all family here. We love each other, and we're so happy everyone's here tonight. And again, Sister Honey, let's talk about, and my son Tommy, let's talk about, you know, we're at the 28th of the month of January. We are now rolling into February, and the 17th, we enter into the fire horse. We had quite a few portals this month. We had the 1/1 portal. We had the 1/11 portal. Sister Honey's birthday, give her a shout out. And hey, when I said that, 111 were on the count. That's really interesting.
That's
Funny. Give her a shout out. And also, we're going to put her book in the description. She became an international bestseller. So give her congratulations on that.
Thank you.
So that was another portal open. And then we had another one on 122. The energy's been off the chain. We talked about it on our episode 2 that aired yesterday about what's going on. I think that was a really great, that was actually a pretty long episode. I think everybody that is on this now, watching us live or watching the recording, you want to get over and check out episode 27. And we'll put that in the description below too, but it's on our YouTube channel. Because it was very detailed, and we got a lot of great comments already on that video, and it was one of the faster videos watched within 24 hours. So really super exciting. But talk a little bit about what's going on with the energy. It seems like things are shaking. We hear that some things are going to be happening maybe soon with the whole financial system. I think people are really concerned about that. We got the energy off the chain, the weather off the chain, the energy's off the chain. So what is going on, Sister Honey?
First, I want to say happy birthday to Tommy, because he also had a birthday on the 17th.
Yes.
Oh, thanks.
And yes,
My 43-year-old baby.
yes,
Yeah. Capricorns.
So the energy, so ask me the question again, sorry.
So what is going on with all of this energy? Just, I mean, it's really intense. All these portals this month. We're walking into the fire horse next month, and it's going to go rapidly. This is a Sunday picnic to what's going to get ready to transpire here.
Yeah, but we won't be clearing all the stuff that we're clearing. So we're basically being pushed really hard right now. And the government is looking more gross than ever. A lot of things are looking really gross, and a lot of behavior is really yucky. A lot of drama. And all of that is to clear that energy out. So it's like the more yucky timeline is like going, oh, did you clear everything? Did you clear it? Did you clear it? And it's like we're getting pushed and pushed and pushed. So these two timelines, this is the more, like lower or slower timeline. The more negative timeline is bumping into the higher timeline and pushing us higher and higher by making us clear things that maybe we didn't want to see. Maybe you didn't want to admit that you're like trying to control things in your relationship, or you're trying to keep everything in a little box so that you don't get freaked out, or your nervous system feels safe. There are things that we are being pushed to realize right now that we maybe didn't want to look at. And it's all on the surface, and you can see all the craziness, the grossness. Tech isn't working right. There's just so many things that are kind of off right now. A lot of illness, a lot of people having accidents, going into the hospital. But we're almost done with this period of time. But during this period of time, make sure your energy is clear. And if you are getting pushed to let go of something, that you actually sit down and think about it and think, well, do I really want that anymore, or can I let go? Yeah, somebody's saying a lot of job losses. Things are shifting really fast. A lot of things disappearing and then reappearing I had a friend who had something disappear and then showed up in the place where she looked for it. And then somebody on social media, they had 3 iPad pins, whereas they should have only had 1. So things like that are happening all the time. And it's because everything is adjusting right now. We're like in the multiverse, but the multiverse is like the Hall of Mirrors at a carnival. It's all wacky. So, yeah, just take care of yourself right now until we get to the fire horse. The fire horse is going to be, okay, we've cleared enough, and we're going to go ahead and go forward.
Yeah, it's
glimpse energy too. We have during the fire horse and honey, it felt like we had a major shift recently when we just had this huge snowstorm hit 25 states. It covered us up here in Ohio. I had no electric for 2 days, but it felt like during that period we went through some type of a major energetic shift too, and a lot of people on our app, stepintoyourpower.com, that tons of them are messaging it to me, and I see them writing it on the timeline feed. They're getting a lot of pains in their neck and back of their head region. And I'm hearing it a lot from my people, the same exact pains and issues in the neck and head region. What do you think that's regarding?
Well, that's a big subject. So think about the brain stem. What was it? It was a reptilian brain stem, right? That's what they call it.
Yeah, that is true.
So that brain stem has to upgrade. So what's happening right now? It's upgrading. The whole nervous system is upgrading. A lot of people are having headaches. A lot of people are having, like you said, a pain in the neck, but also like all of a sudden it'll feel like your whole head is opened up, like what's going on up there. So it's like the chakras are clearing. There's all kinds of crazy stuff going on.
Well, and it's interesting because I've been working with Tai Chi Gung for a while now, for about 5 years, I think. And it's, before my son will tell you, I always worked out. I always was healthy. I had some issues gaining weight, but now, except for that picture my son has of me on the Papa Truthful and Tommy Truthful show, like a head of a Rottweiler, it's not my head anymore. But, the nervous system is getting jammed with electrical and frequency increases. And I've been using a lot of the relief patches on my hump. I call it my hump back here. It's like you're when you're bent over with your computer, it's like your other head growing out of your back. Mine's a lot better than it used to be. It actually was, I was ready to put a nose and some teeth and eyes on it, put some glasses on it. It was so big. But I've been putting the relief there on my hump and really grounding a lot, breathing a lot, extra breathing. In through your nose, pumping your stomach, out through your mouth slowly, hold it in for a few seconds, breathe it out slowly, do a 4 in, hold 4 out. If you want, hold 4 in, 4 out. You can do 4, 4 and 6, whatever makes you feel good. Make sure that you're blessing all of your energy centers. Not just these 7 chakras here, the one above, and all the other ones inside your energy body and in your feet, your toes, your fingers, and all of that. Do a lot of that. Slow down, take it easy. I've been finding myself slowing down a lot more than I used to. I still am working a lot, but, I've slowed down also to take some time to breathe and relax. The energy is intense, and we see a lot going on. I hear that there could be some stuff going on with the, we're not going to get into this too deep. Maybe Sister Honey and my son can talk about it on another show, or we'll talk about it on the next show that I have my son. But, the financial system is shaking. The government is shaking. Everything is shaking because it can't handle this new frequency. It isn't. these timelines are splitting, and you got to get yourself into a routine in your life that one, your sanctuary that you have. My office here, my whole house is a sanctuary, but my office is where I spend most of my time. And I have it prepared to help me with the frequencies, to help me with the energy, to make sure I'm in a positive environment. And then on top of that, the breathing, the grounding, getting some grounding sheets, or getting a grounding mat underneath your sheets on your bed. I mean, they're not that expensive on Amazon. You can find the reviews and get some good ones for like $50. I think I got it for $50. And earthing.com. I mean, I would really focus on grounding. Do you think, Sister Honey, and this is what's great about, I want to talk about step in your power for 1 second. Well, not 1 second, for a minute. A second's pretty quick. But step into your power, we have all of these tools in the practice portal, under the power portal, that really helps you get through these things. We have the support of the community. And I know some of you all that are watching this live right now, or going to be watching the recording later, you're part of the community. And I would ask you to put your true experience of what you feel about the Step Into Your Power community in the comments. If you're watching it on YouTube, do it on YouTube, whether it's Sister Honey's channel or my son Tommy's channel or the Step Into Your Power channel, do it there, or it's Rumble, do it there. We are broadcasting this on Rumble and Facebook only. Later, we'll put it on
YouTube.
I'm sorry, Rumble and YouTube only. Later, we'll put it a week away. We'll put it on to Facebook. But let people know what's going on in the community, because the more people we have, and we have close to 8,000 now in this community, and it's growing, and more people are recommending people, but it's a good support system for your nervous system. It gives you all of these tools you need. It gives you healing frequency music. It gives you meditation. It gives you affirmations. It gives you workbooks and journals. It gives you energy clearing techniques. It gives you what you need to really strengthen this electrical grid that you have. Because I believe, myself personally, the energy is only going to increase. Sister Honey, is the energy going to increase or decrease over this year and decades to come?
Well, it's going to increase a lot over the next 3 weeks and be very intense. Then I think it's going to switch and be more forward motion. So it's not going to feel like it's bombarding us as much as it's like, okay, now what do I do to go forward? Because the energy is going to switch. It's going to be a different kind of energy. And I don't think we're going to feel this pressure on us much longer. It's going to start to turn into, what can I create? What can I do? And also there's going to be more joy. Okay. So yes, there will be tons of energy in the future as we go forward, but I don't think the healing energy that we're being bombarded with right now will be as intense.
But it's going to be a ramp up on the nervous system. It's like, the image I shared with you and Tommy today.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll download that and share that with people, because people wonder, well, why is Brother Jimmy and Sister Honey always talking about the nervous system? They love that nervous system. What's going on there?
I talk about it all day.
Yeah, it is incredibly important. And I'm going to grab off of my WhatsApp what I shared in it's our private chat between Sister Honey, myself, and my son. But I think it's important for you to see this. I really do. And maybe Sister Honey can go through it and talk about it a little bit, because information is important, but you got to implement that information. So, Sister Honey, what are we looking at right here?
Well, what we're looking at is, so think of your nervous system, and then now think about the power grid in your house, the power grid that goes beyond your house. Your nervous system is your electrical system. So
yeah, that's a cool image.
Yeah, I love that image.
The
So,
lymphatic system is very important too.
yeah,
Part
it's
of
your
the nervous
garbage.
system, right?
Yeah. But nothing happens without the nervous system. Nothing gets the impulse that it needs without the nervous system. And if you think about the one nerve, like the vagus nerve, that's so long, it goes down through your entire torso,
Yes.
So taking care of the nervous system is massive because it basically powers the rest of your systems.
Yes. So that's the reason why we speak about it so frequently, because it's so important. And again, you see, as Sister Deborah here is talking about, recently joined SIP, that she means step in your power. And I feel the safest there than anywhere. Still awkward, but that's normal for me. But it's okay
Yeah.
to have awkwardness. It's okay to feel these things, because in there, there's no judgment.
Mm-mm.
There's only support and love. And believe me when I'm telling you, Sister Honey, myself, and my son will not allow people and other folks that are in there, guides that are helping us and all that. We're not going to allow negativity in there and people hating on people. They'll be removed from that community. We're not Facebook, you know what I mean? Even Facebook removes people. But we're here about helping you empower yourself. This is a community of light
Mm-hmm.
and a sanctuary of empowerment. And where you can find people in your local area to gather together with outside of the online community. But in the future, it's interesting, Sister Honey, when you said about when we first got back together here in this lifetime, you and myself and my son Tommy, and you said to me, and you knew this, you said, oh no, this step in your power is even bigger than you think. It's the communication portal. It's where all the communication is going to come, all the sacred projects are going to be involved in there. The conscious communities will be communicating together. They'll be collaborating together. And I really am seeing this starting to
No.
transform. Yeah,
Yes.
to
The gel.
coming together. And it's so important for people to feel that belonging. We're all part of the same soul family. So come on in and join us. Come on in and join us. The education in there that we give for free. I mean, the community is free. The Ascension Mastery members help support that. People that help participate in our sacred projects. We'll talk about a couple of those tonight, which, by the way, help optimize your nervous system. Again, do I need to pull that up and show it again? And do you need to dive in and really look at what this is all about? Because when it comes to this body of light that is 70% water and full of electrical charge, the nervous system is the king, is the master regulator. And you got to pay attention to it. And you got to look at all the things in your life that can help you optimize it. Because again, like Sister Honey said, we might not be getting hit with all these healing energies, but we are going to be getting hit with energy to increase our frequency. And you better have your electrical system ready.
Yeah. What were you going to say, Tommy?
Oh no, just that that picture that he has right there, them electrical energy charges, how they're going up. You were talking about the vagus nerve. They look very much like that Kundalini energy. Kind of look like the double helix too, but that Kundalini energy that spirals up the spine,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what causes all that healing when it passes the vagus nerve. So learn about that too, guys. Your the colostrum that releases that sacred oil in the when your sun sign is in its moon phase. That's called the Christos oil. Take a look into that. I think it'll be very valuable for you guys because it's helped me. Enormously. I've been doing it for probably over a year now, and I never miss a month. So give it a shot.
That's great. Yeah, really good advice. And that also busts free a lot of like gunk that could be in the pineal gland, which is what is giving you information, intuition, keeping you connected to your higher self, all
The
of that.
Akashic records, yeah, all that. You don't want to.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's only people think that you cleanse for like 2.5 days. You really want to do it for 3 to 4 days, but it's really not that bad. The first one is kind of hard, but once you get past that, you could drink a lot of water, and the water really fills you up. Just like you see
And
my dad with that copper
cop,
water
well,
thing there. You want to
the
smack.
copper water bottle. And it's interesting because I'll show you. I had the hydrogen water bottle, and then it stopped working, and I was like, oh. And then so Gary Becker, I think Becca, who I seen him on TikTok, he was talking about the hydrogen water bottle. All of a sudden now he was talking about the tablets. So I went and got some of these tablets, and you were talking, Sister Honey, about
Yeah.
tablets. And this is so much easier because I just put my order in to take down, a month or so worth of supplements down to our place in Dominican Republic, because we're leaving next week. So I was thinking, I got the hydrogen tablets too because these matters. The mineral salt matters. The magnesium matters.
Magnesium.
People. My wife will say, "Oh, you take all these supplements?" Yeah, I do because you know what? Right now in the United States, I'm not getting that in my food. I'm not. And so I have to give this electrical system body 70% water, vibrating energy under the microscope with this nervous system pretty much controlling everything. And I got to make sure that I'm getting all the right minerals and vitamins and all of that into my system. Talk about that a little bit, Sister Honey, because one of the things that both of us are experiencing, and my son has been experienced, I would say, in 2025 more so than over the last few years since 2020, but really accelerating in 2025, where all three of us have really been focusing on our overall physical body wellness, besides the energy body, which is the most important. And we're going to talk about that some more, but talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. Think about the matrix. Okay. And what is your body in the matrix? It's your vehicle here. It's really important. It's how you interpret things, it's how you feel, it's how you're getting around. And we kind of came into the realization as a whole, like humanity as a whole, that we need to start taking better care of our bodies. So I have a frightening amount of supplements. Do I take them all? No. But I have a lot of them. And if I feel like I need one from a bottle I don't normally use, then I will take that day. But I have normal ones, and magnesium is one of them, and B vitamins that are methylated, and I take nanosoma every day, and I take, several things every day, and I feel so much better. And I'm working on my digestion, and I think that's been another nervous system thing that's been changing, and also our digestion is changing in general. So we're probably not going to eat as much. Yeah, and I take Serona every day.
Iodine is good too, honey.
Yeah, we're not going to eat as much as we go forward. So everything's
and why is that? Can you tell everybody why that is?
Because we actually, at this point, if you were in the sun enough, 60% of your energy would come from the sun. So there's that. We are crystalline at this point, and we're learning, like our systems are learning how to manage our body, but we're moving into a different frequency. So we're not going to need to eat as much food.
They say the Hyperboreans didn't eat at all. They were pulling all their energy out of that ether.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there eventually. And, what I received even about just like the Tartarians who were in 3D, they barely ate. They ate a lot of fruit, and they just, they didn't need it. They didn't need all that food. So it's important that and I think that was another psyop, like keep them tired, keep their digestive system constantly active so
Right.
that they're tired and overloaded and all that kind of stuff. So,
Well, and yeah, you know what you're saying is true, because when you look at people, how they used to eat, they did not eat like us. They did not eat like we're eating now. I mean,
mhm,
they eat every couple days. I mean,
yeah.
and so
If they were
I want,
lucky.
if they were lucky, I want to see if I can continue. I'm working on getting an image down here to show everybody. But go ahead, continue, Sister Honey. When I get this image, I want to talk about it a little bit. And I want to talk about why it's so important that you take care of your energy body. You know, people just sometimes they just totally neglect the energy body. Why is it so important? Dive into that, Sister Honey. Why? And then I'm going to go through this energy. And I have I got I think it's a couple dozen pages of the testing on this. It's crazy.
Mhm.
But why is it so important that people actually pay attention to their energy body? You know, and really work on maintaining it, because a lot of people forget about it.
Yeah. It's really important because our energy body is where everything starts. So if you have somebody in your childhood that yells all the time, guess what? Puts holes in your energy body, little holes. And what does that do? That then manifests as some kind of problem in the body. But it takes a long time to get to the body having a problem. So if you keep your energetic bodies happy, then you're going to be in great shape. Like your body's not going to get to the point where it's having problems. And a lot of it is frequencies too. So frequencies are going to be basically the big flood of information that we get in the future for a healthy, happy body. So that's going to be another thing. Somebody said something in here that was interesting. Oh, they like food. So it doesn't mean we're going to stop eating food right away, but we'll eat less food. And I think fasting is really important. Like, I really don't think we're supposed to be eating 3 meals a day and snacks.
No.
I
Like,
agree.
that's so much, such an overload.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. You're never giving your digestive system a time to, you know, heal. I mean, they're saying you really shouldn't even eat until like 11. If you go to bed at night, say 9 o'clock, you shouldn't really eat until 11, after 11 a.m. to give your digestive system a time to clean itself up. So that's important. So the energy body, I'm also one of the co-founders of an energy wellness company called, we'll
Mhm.
talk about it a little bit more. It's called
Bodyline.
Bodyline Energy Wellness. Sister Honey, I've got the bands on. We got no new discs coming out, bodyline.com/power. It's 100%, supporting what we're doing here in the community. It's 100% behind us. Of course, I'm one of the founders of it. So yeah, it is going to be. It's so important, you know, when you lose, TJ lost an uncle. I lost a brother at 40 years old, and we won't get into the details, but it was from, you know, the Western way of health and wellness, okay, and under care, and
Yeah.
lost my mother from
He was
wait a
sipping on
minute,
that scissor that he shouldn't
yeah,
have been.
hold on one
It's
second,
funny.
something
You're kind of
bouncing.
glitching there. You're
Yeah, I'm
bouncing.
glitching out. I
Yeah.
don't know what's going on here. Let me unglitch myself. Hold on. All right, so give me a second to do that, but it's okay. But
Yeah.
anyways, you know, it's so important to take care of yourself. And one of the things that we have on, Bodyline is, we have the Energy Wellness Band, we have the relief discs for the pain, we got the sleep, or the relief patches, the sleep patches. We're working on, looking to bring out 4 other patches within the next probably 12 months. And I'm going to say ones that we're working with our partner with, our business partner with. One is called Calm, that keeps you calm and chilled. And that's all I'm going to say. But no matter what you got going on, it keeps you calm. The other one is Focus, which I actually have one. I don't want, let's see if I'm glitching still. Am I glitching? I'm glitching. My energy's too much. I guess I'm What's going on here?
Funny.
The glitch. Well, I'd like to be on the camera, but let me see if I can plug it in and if that works. But the focus, the calm, the vitality, the energy, and we're going to be looking at the community, looking at the customers. Bodyline has 92,000 customers. We've shipped patches and discs all over the world. I'm getting ready to do something special in November. Where am I at, Sister Honey? It's jumping. I'm going to do something special with the EMF stuff in February. So that's going to be really super exciting to help make it easier for people to get that technology. So there's a lot going on there. And that's one of our sacred projects too. Now, let me show this chart while I'm sitting here trying to fix my glitch camera that now isn't even showing.
Yeah, you might want to turn that off for a second.
Yeah, it's something's going on with it. I don't know what's going on with it. So here's an image of your energy body. And this is your energy body normally. For most people, this is what your energy body looks like. It's like you got hit with a meteor shower. This is the testing system that touches the energy field of all your organs and your entire body. So your energy field doesn't look too good up there, right? One of the other sacred sacred solutions we have is something that Sister Honey mentioned, is the nanosoma, which we'll put a link in the description. But after just 5 sprays, and you see what happens. Now, there's other things out there that help with the energy body too, but I wanted to show you this was a person walking in to get this test that was in pretty good health, and that's their energy body. Now, everything that happens to you in your physical body, where does it start, Sister Honey?
In your energetic body. Everything starts there. So that's really important to think about. Like, are you protecting your energy? Are you amping up your energy? Are you fixing the holes? And all it takes is intention. Like, it's not like it's not rocket science, even though we know rocket science didn't work exactly the way they said. But it's not rocket science. It's easy, and it just comes from within you. It's intention.
It is. It is. And, one of the great things about what we're doing in the energy wellness industry is that our partners have technology patents that are second to none. We've tested these patches against so many different companies out there, and the results we're getting are magnificent. And what we're going to be doing is really helping people because, I think like 86% I think maybe I'm okay. Am I glitching? Okay. Maybe
no,
I'm not
that's
glitching.
better. And when you're back on, then I'm not blurry anymore because I was getting blurry.
Oh, that's interesting. That's very interesting. But it's important to, do that. And one of the other things we're working on with our quantum energy wellness is building out a directory of wellness centers, first in the United States, then in the other English speaking countries. And then we will go into all languages. And this will be a directory of wellness centers that are into sound energy wellness, frequency energy wellness, light energy wellness, all the latest, greatest stuff that you could get and go to. We'll be building this directory out. So you'll be able to go and find those places. We'll start that project in the second quarter. We've been working on the site, and it's going to be education in a directory. So what we're doing, if this is the site, it's quantumenergywellness.com/power. That is for Step With Your Power. But what's over there, and we've already started putting articles up about the nervous system, and we're putting more stuff up, but we'll also be building a directory out of these wellness centers over the next, Sister Honey, a couple decades?
Yeah.
We're probably never going to stop,
Yeah, I mean, things are going to shift so much over the next 20 years. We're going to have a lot that shifts at the beginning will be about people not being in scarcity anymore and that shifting out. And then, I mean, it's very obvious that most of the 3D systems are failing right now. But after that, it's going to be rollout after rollout of change. And it's going to be things that we're creating because the power will be back in the hands of the people. And it is now. It's just we need to realize it. People don't know that they're manifesting their own reality.
Yeah. Listen, look at what this beautiful, I think it's a sister wrote. And this is the power of prayer. This is the power. So she's putting this comment up publicly. I want you to read this. This is the power of prayer. So we're here for you if you decide to take action and join the community for free. We're here to help you. And people are getting help just like you've seen right there. Yeah. And, you know, what I tell people is this: whatever you want, give. And always give gratitude. Don't ask, thank. Don't ask, thank. Give gratitude for everything that you have. Be a great steward of everything that you have, because if you aren't a good steward of what you got, well, how do you expect to get more? And I'm not just talking about financially. I'm talking about spiritually. I'm talking about health-wise. I'm talking about the whole gamut of wellness. Wellness is just not about health. It's about all of it. It's about all of it. And, you know, you give, you get. And I tell a lot of people, you need prayer, go in the prayer circle, a prayer request under the prayer circle, and put in your prayer. You'll see Brother Jimmy has put in many requests for prayer for my family members. My son has put it in there. You know, I think you did, Sister Honey. You put one in there. A lot of folks put it in there, and we're there to pray for you. But what I want to see the people that are putting the prayers in there and are needing the prayer to give the prayer. Because if you need the prayer, you must give the prayer. And if you don't think this is about energy and all of that, well, praying and sending people great energy. And as we get more and more Reiki energy masters on our collective prayers lives, you shouldn't miss those. People should be waiting in the seat to get on those. Okay, because I can tell you what's going to happen is this community continues to grow and you get beings that are very aware of their energy. And just by being in the presence with all of these people put together, you're going to see healing going on. Mm-hmm. Because that's the power of the numbers. Okay, it's really the power of the numbers of these people that are in the right frequency coming together, and others coming in that need this healing getting it.
Yeah. Yeah. And it really, the way that we do it goes along with the law of assumption and energy, like energy work. It's not about, I mean, we were taught to do it in such the wrong way, because basically creating a wanting and a longing and a hoping and a poor me feeling within the person, that doesn't really work. So we're doing it the other way.
Well, and call in, you know, abundance into your life. I was talking about this on our last episode too, you know, the hour of power. You know, the first 30 minutes you get up and the last 30 minutes you're awake. What are you doing? Be very aware of what you're doing. And when you wake up in the morning, don't jump out of bed. Just chill out, relax, start breathing through your nose and out through your mouth, pump through, you know, you're breathing into your stomach, your solar plexus. That's where you're breathing in. You're filling that up and you're holding it and you're breathing out, and just sit there and breathe for a few minutes. And in your mind say, I am grateful. I am healthy. I am healed. I am healing. I am light. I am love. I am faithful. Go through the whole list. Write it down. Say it over and over and over again and again and again. And then I go right into my affirmations that are in the back of Step Into Your Power under the practice portal. And I start reading all those. I have a prayer that is the morning prayer for 2026. Then I have a prayer That's for January. And then I have a prayer at night. And then I've got 7 canvases of prayers with like 7 or like anywhere from 8 to 9 prayers in each one. And I spend my morning doing all of that and then doing my Tai Chi Gong and then taking this beautiful, beautiful necklace that Brother Vaughn made me. That's wonderful. And doing my crystals, picking up my crystals, holding them, breathing, doing my breathing. And after that, I start my day because I'm preparing myself.
That's great.
To accelerate and thrive through my day and not be like, I feel this, I feel that. Oh, this is Be careful with your words. Stop calling sickness into your life. Stop calling poverty into your life. You got to be careful. And maybe some of you are not doing it. You know whether you're doing it or not. Mm-hmm. But if you're doing it, don't do it. Back to you, Sister Honey. Or Tommy.
I think, the old people noises that we tend to make, be careful about those too. The, when you get up, get out of bed, pay attention to that and try and not do it. And remember that we are growing a whole new body every year, right? So why does it have to age?
Yes.
It doesn't need to. So those are things to think about. I'm doing a reverse aging thing on Saturday. Reverse aging is going to become a thing for everyone. Learning how to age in reverse. And we'll probably top out around 35. We'll look 35, we'll act 35. And I'm not talking about an unhealthy 35. I'm talking about a very healthy 35-year-old. That's going to probably be the top biological age for the future.
I look better than I'm 35.
You like 35 better or better now?
I said I look better than I'm 35. I was just joking.
Well, you gotta say I'm growing younger. I'm growing younger. And you can't be complaining about every single thing that's going on because you're calling it in. Yes. You're calling it in. And if you call it in, instead of, even if you feel like dog, you know what? You got to say you feel great. When people say to me, how you doing, Brother Jimmy? I said, if I was doing any better, I'd be flying with the angels.
And you can always say, ooh, I guess I'm having a purge today. I'm so glad it's only today.
Yeah, you got to be careful with the words. You got to be careful because you're manifesting.
Yep.
And people don't understand it. Some people say, oh, well, that's crazy talk. Well, yeah, I got blood tests 3 times in 15 years, only because my wife was jumping all over me about it. And I've got a prostate of a 14-year-old. I've got lungs of teenagers. I got a heart of a teenager, and everything's good. I had weight stuff, but now that's coming off, and I'm taking better care of myself. And you just keep taking better care of yourself. And, you only have you here to focus on right now, because you're the most important person in your life to focus on. You don't need to worry about what everybody else is doing. You need to focus on your journey. Everybody else will fall in their journey. You don't need to take personal responsibility for your spouse or your children or your grandchildren or your friends or your business partners. No, take responsibility for yourself. Lead yourself. Become who you are here to be. And do what? Step into your power.
Yes. So Nancy is hilarious in here. She says, and for some reason I can't share these. So she's been shoveling and her butt is sore from that. And it's firming up. Yes.
There you go.
Positive thinking. Very important.
Positive. I wanted to acknowledge this because I seen this earlier and my dad was talking, and I didn't want this guy to think I just blew over him, but he said his baby's mom passed away Saturday, and she was a big fan of mine. So I'm sorry that happened. And I know she's in a better place now, Terrell. And it ain't the end, bro. You'll see her again.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad she enjoyed my content and you guys like to watch it together. I just wanted to make sure I acknowledge that.
Yeah, and there's no death. You're an eternal soul. So you have different life experiences. I got a guy that blasted me on one of my shorts on Facebook today. I deleted it. Listen, if you put nasty comments about me or Sister Honey or my son or anybody on any of the social media that I'm involved in, I just delete it. I really don't have that negative energy anywhere around me.
I like to laugh. Go ahead.
Nah, I don't have time
Put
for
it
it.
on my
We gotta focus on the new and focus on the good. It's so important, to do that. But they were saying that I'm going to hell because I'm telling people basically that there is no death and that you're an eternal being. Well, people call him Jesus back then, but it was really Yahushua because there was no J back then. And if you really studied Yahushua's teachings, you would see that he said the exact same thing. And so did the Essenes, and so did the Gnostics, and so does the real
So did the
priest.
Egyptians. So did
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
who conquered death? I think his name was Jesus too. So yeah, I don't think there's death like they've taught us. I think that's a fear tactic. Oh, you're going to
It
hell.
is.
Yeah,
It is. Yeah.
it's all to get us scared. Like, and then you can pay this Pope guy 250 grand to get your wife out of purgatory. It seems like the biggest Ponzi scheme to me I ever seen. That's just
It's
my opinion.
huge. Yeah.
And I'm not saying I believe in God, and I'm the biggest fan of Jesus. So I'm not talking about
Yahushua.
yeah,
Yahushua. You can say whatever you want, but there was no J back then, so
yeah, whatever you
I
want to
don't.
call him. 99%
Yeah,
of people in the world call him Jesus, right? Which
right.
means Hail Zeus, really. If we're going to educate people, that's what it means. But and that's because it translated from Greek to Aramaic, and yes, Dad, you're right. There was no J's in that language, so his name would have translated to Joshua. Really, wouldn't even have been Jesus. But that was just the Greeks paying homage to Zeus, is really what.
Well, and again, it's interesting. People have to, knowledge is power if you utilize it. It doesn't mean anything if you don't.
Mhm.
I mean, it really doesn't. And so if you don't implement it, it isn't going to help you. And with what we're going through, you really got to focus on the energy body, the physical body, the nervous system, your well-being, having fun, giving love, getting love. If you don't have that in your life, then you should come and join the free community and get it because people are in there giving it. And Sister Honey, you said something that was very important. You've said this many times that people don't really know how to communicate with each other anymore, and that we're actually going to learn how to communicate. Can you talk about that?
Yeah. So the original purpose of Earth before it was, before it fell into 3D was for communication across species. And that didn't happen because it was, basically taken over. But it's moving back into its original spot, its original blueprint, just like humanity is getting their original blueprint back. And yes, all you do need is love. However, when you have that love, then it's easier to communicate with each other. So let's think about that. First, you're not only seeing your point of view. You're willing to look at other people's points of view. You're willing to have telepathy and actually see what's going through someone else's mind. You might actually be saying the same thing, but because you don't have the same lens and the same way to express it, you might not be even on the same page. You don't think you're on the same page, but you might be saying the exact same thing. So that is the purpose. of Earth, and that's what Earth is going to go forward with, is the learning of how to communicate. And it's going to be beautiful, and a lot of it will be telepathy.
Yeah. And we got to remember to have fun too, guys. That's what my book is all about. Everything I do, I make sure I laugh, have fun. There ain't nothing wrong with having fun. That's what it should all be about, because they've already done studies on it. People that laugh, you live longer. You know what I'm saying? Don't take everything so serious. Some people are too uptight. You know, remember to laugh a little bit.
Well, and be kind. You know, don't say hateful things about people.
Of course.
No, that's
if you do that on anywhere around me, it'll be deleted, because I really don't care what you say, but I'm not going to let other people see your negativity, because your negativity is something that has a frequency. It's just like when I do an email, or I do a web page, or I do a video, or I do something, I make sure that I'm energetically aligned before I do that, because people can feel your energy, whether it's positive or negative. So you should be putting out positivity, because when you attack people, or you're hateful to people, or whatever you're doing, it will come back on you. And now, how is manifestation going now, Sister One?
Very fast.
Very quick.
Just like that.
Really super quick.
Yeah. So somebody said Reiki without the initiation with symbols is okay, right? So do you mean okay? I get okay. I think it's totally okay. Because think about what that is. That is born in everyone. Everybody has power that comes through the palms of their hands and the tips of their fingers. And you have all this beautiful energy that you can give to other people, and you can channel through your body from the ether into another person and help them. You don't need symbols to do that. You need intention.
Yeah, we'll be putting a show together where we're going to talk about words and symbols and numbers that have been completely turned upside down. One of the things I'm going to say to you all too, you know, myself, my personal story, I was injured in 1993. I was told that I would be in a wheelchair and I would be on a morphine pump for the rest of my life. I was told I would be on Social Security disability for the rest of my life. I'm not a bodybuilder. You know, I'm not like, I'm not here to be a bodybuilder. I'm more like a Buddha. But at the end of the day, I can tell you what, I'm not in a wheelchair. I'm not on a morphine pump. I'm not living on Social Security disability. I am stepping into my power. And regardless if I look like a weightlifter or I look like a Buddha, I'm stepping into my power. And what we all need to understand is love yourself for who you are. Love yourself for who you are, because your soul and the spirit within you and the divine within you are the most beautiful thing in the world, no matter what you see in the mirror. Back to you, Sister Honey.
Yeah, I think that's really important to remember what a divine being you are. And everybody carries that spark within them. And if they don't, if they're not carrying a spark, then they're a reflection of your own energy, or they're created by the collective. And I don't want to get deep into the non-player character today, but we, in the future, as we go, we're going to be dealing with soul to soul communication. It's not going to be trying to communicate with someone who will never, ever get it, never understand your point of view. That is not the way we're progressing here. So
thank God.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, because that's no fun.
No fun.
Well, we're coming to the end here. I would like, Sister Honey, if you could talk about what you recommend folks to do, during this window. We will be putting up the events again into Step in Your Power. I will have them all up before I leave. Wednesday of next week. So all events will be there. So again, we have these lives that are free events. We have the collective prayer live that's free. We have the practice portal that all the tools are free, music's free, community's free. It's there for you, and it's there to help you get through, not just get through this, not just survive this, but thrive through this. And if you want to thrive through it, I'm thriving through it. I ain't letting anything stop me. That's the way I work. And Sister Honey isn't letting anybody stop her, and neither is my son and a lot of other folks that are part of the community. But Sister Honey, over to you to close us up.
So what I would say would be really something to think about is really paying attention to your own body, and your own feelings right now are going to be the most important thing. And also supporting your body by saying every day I get a little bit better, feel a little bit better, I'm a little happier in my body, and basically changing your inner narrative about the body, because your body is not just a meat suit. And I know a lot of people say that, but your body is a divine body made of light, and it's here to support you in this process that we're in. And really respecting it, loving it, and taking care of it as you release the things that you're releasing right now, and you raise your own consciousness is really important. So that's what I would concentrate on for the next 3 weeks, is what I would say. And remember that you're so loved. The first person that needs to love you is you. And everything else falls in place after that.
Well, we love you all very much. Make sure that you watch episode 27 of Step Into Your Power on the YouTube channel. If you are already a member of the community, please put in the comments of this video and other videos your true experience in there. Because again, fill that bucket of energy and overflow it with love and light and help others.
Can we
By
tell
giving, you get. Go ahead, son.
Can we tell them where the links are in the description, guys? And there's a one of them scan codes on the screen right now. You can take your phone out, scan it, boom, the QR codes. It'll take you right to stepintoyourpower.com, where you can join for free. And then I seen earlier some people are asking about the products my dad was talking about. There's the link, the QR code for that as well. And you can find that link down below in the description. We love y'all, and we had an amazing time. Hit that like button, and we'll see you next time.
Love you. Love you. Take care.
Bye.